Hi, T.O.T. Carlson here, and as you can tell from the new background, 2022 is well underway. Today we're going to be looking at a comedy classic, this of course being the Marx Brothers in A Night at the Opera. It's taken kind of a while to start getting Marx Brothers stuff on Blu-ray. We got that silver screen collection of their Paramount films back in 2016. About a year and a half ago, we got a Blu-ray release of A Night in Casablanca. And now we finally get to what's arguably considered the finest and most well-known film in their catalog. This was their first movie for MGM and also the first one they made without their brother Zeppo, who left the troupe to go into a successful management career. We're going to take a look at the packaging here, do an unboxing. I'll talk about the movie, share my opinion, and let you know if this release comes recommended. Here's our cover artwork. This is part of the Warner Bros. Archive collection, because most of the older MGM films are now distributed on home video formats by Warner Brothers. Love this classic artwork here. Here's the spine. Back cover has a description of the film, some screenshots, credits, and all the legalese. Sadly, it is a little bare bones inside, but they do have the same artwork from the cover on the disc, and that actually looks very nice. In A Night at the Opera, the Marx Brothers are living in Italy, and they go across the Atlantic with a young, up-and-coming opera singer who's trying to win over the love of his life because they want to lend him a hand. Of course, in typical Marx Brothers fashion, absolutely nothing goes as expected. And it's not long before they're in New York City wreaking havoc on the stage of one of the finest opera houses in the Big Apple. The Marx Brothers are some of my all-time favorite comedians. They are absolutely hilarious, and when they're on the big screen, they're at their absolute best. A Night at the Opera, again, was the first film that they made for MGM after having made 5 movies for Paramount. Exactly what the best Marx Brothers movie is, that's certainly debatable, but A Night at the Opera is almost certainly going to be in the top 3. This time around, you had slightly more elaborate, bigger budget production, so you've got some musical numbers here, but of course, it never strays away from being a Marx Brothers film with Groucho's hilarious one-liners, Chico's laughably bad fake Italian accent, and of course, Harpo's antics, which feel like something held over from the silent movie era. These guys just steal the show from start to finish. There are laughs around every corner, and these guys could really do, the best of both worlds. I mean, there was plenty of physical slapstick stuff, but Groucho's witty verbal humor is always the winner of the day when it comes to these classic films that they put out. I don't believe that any movie they released after A Night at the Opera would be nearly as good. This one is a quintessential classic for the ages. The movie, of course, also starring Margaret Dumont, who was often the foil to Groucho as sort of the straight woman, and then Kitty Carlisle and Alan Jones as the young opera singing couple in love. The movie only clocks in at about 90 minutes, and it moves along pretty quickly. The laughs definitely make it fly by even faster. The only real issues I have with the movie are a few musical sequences that I think do drag on a little longer than they need to, and they don't really add a whole lot to the plot. It doesn't help things either that it's not actually the Marx Brothers performing them, but rather their romantically involved co-star characters. There is a brief instrumental sequence with Chico and Harpo playing their instruments, and of course that's entertaining. These guys were very talented musicians, and they always found a way to bring that into their films. But overall, it's a great classic comedy, and one I'm really happy to be watching nearly 90 years after its release. Again, this is the first Blu-ray release for the film. We still have yet to get any of the post A Night at the Opera films on Blu-ray other than A Night in Casablanca. Picture quality on here is actually very good. I don't know if this was specially mastered for this release or if it's sourced from the same master that was used from the earlier DVD release, but it looks very good. The film grain looks very natural. There's plenty of detail in the image. I mean, naturally it's going to be a little soft because of its age and the way it was shot, but I don't think fans will be disappointed with the picture quality here. As far as bonus features go, it's basically the same supplemental package that was on the earlier DVD release of the movie. That includes a half-hour documentary that includes interviews from the likes of Robert Osborne, Carl Reiner, Dom DeLuise, and even Kitty Carlisle, who appeared in the film. There's also a 5-minute television interview with Groucho from 1961, as well as 3 vintage Hollywood shorts. These are not related to the Marx Brothers, but they are all of the period and do fit this release pretty well for other reasons. And then, of course, we have the theatrical trailer. No new bonus features on here, unfortunately, but I do think fans will be happy with the package that's offered here in terms of both the picture quality and the supplements. Are you a Marx Brothers fan, and what is your favorite film that they ever did? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to my channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. See you next time.